Alright guys, so play some low stakes Omaha here. Just chilling out. We're about to head out in a little bit here for a bite to eat. Check out a new brewery not too far from us. Yeah, TCB, Trans-Canada Brewery. It's just over here on Keniston. Haven't been there yet. I've had one or two of their beers. It's in the LC. But I want to go check it out. See their tap room. Anyway, we're waiting. Wait for Big Blind down here. And yeah. We've got aces. Aces in our first hand that we get. They're not the greatest aces. I mean, usually when you're playing Omaha, you want aces that, like, suited aces, 2 suits, maybe some connected Broadway cards like Ace Ace Jack 10, 2 suits. Ace Ace 3 9, 1 suit. Not the greatest aces. So, you know, aces and Hold'em, best possible hand. Aces and Omaha, it really changes depending on what your other 2 cards are. We're still going to raise here. Because at these stakes, everyone limps. So we're going to hit pot. It's pot Limit Omaha. We do still have aces. Just not the greatest. So we want spades or an ace. Oh, now we're just going to get it in. He limp re-raises. Fish, 30 PLO, 6. Now we're going to just get it in. So I got really expensive for this guy overcalling. And that's good. We don't see a king. There's the king. Yeah. King, king, queen 10. He limp over raises. King, king, queen 10. 1 suit. But I'd rather have his hand with the queen 10 king, because, like I said, you can just make Broadway there. So I was just trying to not see a queen or a king on that flop. That wasn't the case. And now he sits out. Run, rabbit, run! Most money you'll make. This is a nice hand, but, I mean, we're out of position against Squeeze here. I'm gonna hit the replayer. Let's see if I can get a replay. Here? Oh, it's weird. You have to allow the blocked content. It's so weird. The replay for this site is very, very weird. Alright, it's slow. It's thinking. Ta-da! Here, I'll down. It's the screen. Oop. Still doesn't fit, so let's go. I do a replay. There. 100 then. That works. But yeah, so we had bad aces, so 4 Jack 3. Again, right, raise it up on the button. So Omaha's a game of basically having the nets. It changes quite frequently depending on the next card that comes. So we've got a gut shot, no clubs. We would like a red 4 straight. So we have 1 club here, but you can't make a flush with 1. You must always use 2 cards in your hand at all times. Do I want to float for a gutter? Not really. Even if I hit it, then we're still going to have to fade a bunch more outs, so we'll just add the little. But back to our replayer here. Yeah, so the 4 Jack 3 is actually a really good flop for us. I'm pretty sure he's not getting it all in pre with jacks, so I'm not worried about the jack. The queen is bad because he could be doing it with queens. Most people don't, depending on how bad or loose they've been playing. If you've been observant, maybe you do want to get it in with queens against certain people. But I still wasn't worried about the queen unless he had like the queen jack king king combo, which he almost did. He had the queen king king 10 combo. So like I said, the king was that's the ultimate worst card for us. lovely torque beers. So let's take a look around the table. Talkback? I don't know. I just see tobacco every time I look at it. Here's my notes. He's a fish at 100 NL, 6 max, limping. He opens for 5x when he's stronger. He 3-bet shoves ace-ace pre, which is ridiculous. Like, you should 3-bet to an amount. Maybe 4-bet shoving, but just a standard re-raise, all in. Slow down, buddy. Just wasting aces there. 3-bet's huge with Jack 9 suited from big blind to under the gun of button call. Finish that note or not. Not a bad hand. Let's gamble a little bit. Again, it's not the strongest hand. Usually you want to have a suited ace in your hand. And this is probably way too loose opening from early position under the gun here, but it's alright. All these guys love to just limp and see a flop and then mash the pot button. I'd rather raise, thin the field if possible. Nope. Hate these abs. I can't change them. Pop up all the time. But cool. Fish, $6 MTD. Calls 5 big blinds when he only has 8 big blinds. Pretty bad. I'm gonna check. So we have a 9, so we're not too worried about a set of 9s because we block it. We have a gut shot to a 10, backdoor spades. Go back. So he probably has at least 2 pair. Ace-9 or ace-king, more than likely. Problem is, if I call at a 10, it's very obvious that I have a straight if I get it all in, so I'm just gonna let this go. See, now we're double suited, but the deuce and the 7 aren't doing us any favors. It'd be much nicer if it was like a 10 and a 9, a 10 and a jack, ace and 10. Yeah, if you've got 4 Broadway cards, double suited, decent hand. Get a bunch of loopers here, probably. We're gonna see a flop for cheap. Alright, so we've got the second nut flush draw with our king 7. Backdoor spades. But that's about it. 2 overs, king queen. Now we have 2 different straight draws. See, we have a 7, which blocks 4-7 for the nut, so I'm actually going to take a stab at it here. Because we could have a bunch of 4s. 2-4, 4-7. Like, who's most likely to have 2s and 4s in their hand? Really? Okay, so you either have 4-7 or 2-4. But we have a 2 and a 7, which blocks some of the straights. Not folding, not to this guy. And we brick. You know, just put the ace of hearts. Put the king of spades. Like, both flush draws are pretty high. We have king high and a queen high, so would have been just much nicer. Maybe that's small. I got all my hotkeys preset on OBS. OBS has, how many scenes do I have? I'm just 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Sorry, full cam. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Yeah, I got like 12 different scenes, I guess. Let's try this again. We have a 7, so we block 7, 9, which is the straight, right? Really? He's done this twice now. So we could still be losing to, like, pocket 10s. I think 10s would have bet here. I think aces would have bet here. So it's really just 7-9. Queen Jack gets there. his hearts and his 7-9. He has 7 checks. Thank you. Like he could have repped Queen Jack. This is a weakish hand. We're double suited though on the button. Alright, we're four-handed. We have a top pair, which is very weak. We will be checking this back. Seriously, if we bet, we lose to any bigger 10, ace 10, king 10, 2 pair, set of deuces, queen jack's not going in, 7-8's not going in. So I'm not happy to put too much money in with a top pair. It's not hold'em. I think I will check it back. Well, they checked lightning fast. They both check, I might bet pot. Rep king. Let this one go. Who's this guy? Let's make a note, shall we? When I say 30, it's like when you see like no limit 30, no limit 100, NL 200. Basically, that's the size of the game, the stake, right? So like here, it's 15 cent, 30 cents. So if we look up here, 15 cent, 30 cent. So fish, nice, right? 30, like that's the max you can bring to the table, right? Fish, 30 PLO, 6. I can't see what I'm typing here. And then I usually put something. He plays short stacked. Playing short stacked, that's just terrible. Like, the one nice thing that I do like about Phil Galfon's new site, which is the Run It Once there, the poker site that he just finally launched. You have to bring 100 big blinds to the table. So 100 big blinds for this game is 30 bucks, the maximum, right? So sitting here with $10 is just... it's terrible. It's just like you're a short stack player. You're just basically waiting and hoping to get it all in. Which, that's the correct strategy, but like... learn to play properly. Learn to play with 100 big blinds. I'm just going to defend here. Or go to a different table, all right? I think I'm going to check raise, because we got the nut flush draw and a gut shot to the nut straight. So any diamond, any king, and we're going to bump it up. Happy to get it in. Happy to get it in. Got a smidge of equity. Well, he didn't get snap called or raised. Again, getting spammed with the ads. I can't really turn them off. I've looked. These are all the different settings here too. Like settings. Weird site, Canadian site, playnow.com. I do like it. So he goes from raising and then limping. Gee, do you think he has a strong hand when he raises and a weak hand when he limps? Kind of a bad strategy. This is a shit hand, but for 15 cents to win a $1.05, I mean, I'm getting a ridiculous price, right? So we have absolutely nothing. We can't even turn anything. Alright, four-handed again. This isn't a good hand, but I just keep raising the button. We flop nothing. Pair. And these are not optimal. 2 pair. You can have a straight. 10 jack gets there. Check back a flush. We'll just take our showdown. Pair of threes. Hello, kings. So again, these are bad kings. The reason they're not suited, right? We have 5-3 suited, and basically naked kings are bad kings because they're like, look at this horrible raise. He min raises, min 3 bets. I mean, I don't want these two players to come into the pot. I'd rather play a heads up, try and win with kings. But do I really want to 4-bet kings here? They're bad kings, not even suited. I might just flat call. He just overcalls. How much does it go to? 750. It's flat. Just flats. Now we've got a baby flush draw with our 5-3. Having king-king blocks queen-king. He might have aces. If he doesn't have clubs to go with it, he might be a little worried. It's the full amount. If I call one. If he comes along, I think I'm just going to bow out, because he could have bigger clubs, right? Tight fold. Tight fold. Like my playlist. My playlist is, my playlist, there's supposed to be copyrighted music, like free music that you can use, background and all that stuff. So you see, yeah, I was right. Ace-8 of clubs. Folding. If we have a shit hand, I'm just going to fold. We're not folding that. But I'm just going to hit fresh here on our instant replayer. We'll come back to that. But I was right, because I had baby clubs. I had a flush draw, which normally looks like a monster, but if there's a bigger flush draw, that's dead, right? So, we're probably going to be raising it up. So here, this is a strong hand. So we got 3 Broadway cards. We got Ace-8. No, for a nut suit and that flush draw, and King Jack for flush draw. When they all limp, they're all pretty weak. I was kind of hoping he'd raise so then I can re-raise. Build a bigger pot, push a few people out. No, heads up is alright. This is good enough to bet. I'm going to go ahead and bet. With Ace Jack, we have a gutter and backdoor clubs. He doesn't have a set of jacks, probably doesn't have a set of queens. Could have raised queens. Could have a hand like King 10 off. Check. We have Queen 6-3-5. All right, let's check our instant read. So yeah, my King 3-5. The guy here, he did have us crushed with a nut flush draw, right? And he played. All right. He min 3-bet King Queen Jack 9 1 suit. Interesting. Sorry, I'm looking up here. I've also got it. I don't know if you guys can see that. I just have my 2 screens, right? So above my monitors here, like right here, is a TV. So I've got 3 screens, actually. Alright, so we raise it up with Queen 3-8-8. I think I'm going to take a small bit. Turn a 3, can turn an 8, can turn a club. Optimal turn card. Now I think I'm just going to hit the pot button. Bluff. Bloof. There's 2-3. What does he want? 4s, 5s, 6s are bad because that makes all kinds of straights. Here we've got Pocket Kings, one suit, right? King 7. With an ace. Strong enough to open, that's for sure. If he raises, I'd probably jam or try to raise again. Decent flop. I bet really small. Hope to get called by like a 7, 8, 6, 9 hand. Nothing. Hello, aces. It's a strong hand. Take a picture, sign the paper, sign a titty. They convince me late Da Vinci, rock Da Vinci, new Medici, making history, making history. White gold, Balenciagas. I just been living a dream. Pull up on something, they banging, I'm killing the scene. Limp. Raise. At these stakes, the 30-cent now. I play these because you can. Check here. I play these because you can actually run up like 4 or 5 buy-ins. They're just terrible. They just limp absolutely everything. I don't think Queen 9's out there. So now if he had 2 pair, I think he raises Queen 9 for sure. 7-9, I think he still raises. I'm gonna check. Hopefully our 2 pair is good, which it is. Aces and 4s is good. Is it good? Let's see the replay for you guys. I am the good. What did he have? 7, 7, 10, 6. So he had diamonds, pair, and a gutter. So he could have hit a 9, a diamond, or a 5, and he bricked out. It is Saturday, May 4th. Actually did some landscaping this morning. Had a fun night. I'm gonna raise as a shit hand, but I'm... last night we went to Rudy's Eatery, or Eat and Drink. I think it's called Rudy's Eat and Drink. Downtown. Cool little spot. I liked it. It's like kind of like a retro diner. A few drinks, had some food, and we went to the Winnipeg Comedy Festival, which was a ton of fun. It was 5 comics, I guess. 5 different comics, about 2 hours. It was at 10 p.m. We got out of there around after midnight, I guess, 12:15ish. And there was, I can't remember the name of the lady. There was a lady hosting, and there's kind of co-hosts, 2 hosts in between the acts. And if you guys remember Much Music, like way back in the day, used to have a character called Ed the Sock. He was literally like a hand puppet with a cigar hanging out of his mouth. That was the host. Like, he's still a thing. I guess he's still relevant and on social media or whatever, so they're still using that puppet character. So it was like Ed the Sock and this chick were the co-hosts, and they would do their little 2 minutes of banter and a few jokes in between each comic. It was good. It was a good full house at the they call it the Met, the Metropolitan downtown. I enjoyed it. Fun. And came home. Probably crashed around 1. Raised up here. We have Ace King. It's not the greatest hand, but he has such a small stack. He doesn't want to call anything. Wifey 3000. Short stack. Donks flops. Overcalls. King Queen suited for 300 pre. He insta runs when he wins. Oh, I must have jammed on him. Run artist. Here we've got Queens double suited, so it is definitely strong enough to raise. Yeah, I woke up at like 6, had a bit of a headache, took an Advil, fell back asleep for 90 minutes, and then just hit the pot button. You got the best possible hand. Good luck if he's got a wrap or spades. Snap call. Jack 9 gets there, so fortunate. You get the redraw. Any card that pairs the board. But then I woke up, yeah, around 7:30, hung out, had a Red Bull. And then my uncle had asked if I could help him with some landscaping. Yeah, he has a sprinkler system in the front yard on his place. And he'd run it to like center of the yard, thinking that sprinkler would cover enough coverage, I guess. But he wanted to extend it, so I went to Home Depot, got a bunch of the hose, the connections and stuff, and then I dug a trench and extended it. So it didn't take too long, 2 hours. Came back home around 12:30. I'm gonna float here for a gutter. We got backdoor. No, we didn't. I thought we had backdoor hearts. We didn't have backdoor hearts. Now we're out. Wah, wah, wah. Backdoor instant reap for that hand to see what he has. I don't even have my HUD on today. I usually have Poker Tracker 4 running as well. And I'll mark interesting hands. I can do it later. Like, I mean, it still saves all these. I just load them. It'll recognize that there's been hands saved to my desktop. But it's not in real time. Yeah, I don't really need a HUD for mistakes. I'm going to raise here. He knows. Fish 100 and L6 max. Short stack, donks. All in. Sort. I'm guessing that was supposed to be short with top pair. Any limbs. Alright, buddy. We'll call with our weak hand. We have a jack. It'd be nice if there was at least one club on the flop. Like if this was the 7 of clubs, then I can actually go running clubs for a flush. So it's kind of unfortunate. He just has kings. Yeah, see, normally if he just has like ace-ace, king-9 or something, then I would like to get it in because I can make 2 pair, but I kind of want 1 club on here. Maybe that's a mistake. I don't know. Not get it in there? Am I supposed to get it in there? Like my man cave? Feeling that poker room that I've built is going to get more use. 3 TVs. Beautiful wooden spool. Old school round tabletop. Alright, we're double suited. But it's... they're not the greatest flushes. Don't pair the board. Hold up. Eagle double G. Alright, so we got bad queens, right? King, queen, 3, 4. Unsuited. Still gonna raise though. We have pair. Versus 1 opponent. And we take it down. Pocket 9s and suited ace. Pretty expensive for this guy. He might come over the top at some point. Say I'm going with it. I don't know why he just doesn't raise properly. Maybe he's hoping to limp raise, counting on my aggression. No, he just punts another big blind. Here we go. Didn't really want to play. Wasn't that nice a hand. Terrible hand. The other thing in Omaha is you gotta watch your sets. If you have a very baby set, it's nice. It's not like Hold'em. You flop a set and you're like ecstatic, right? Set over set is a real thing in like a lot. You have the small sets. Be careful. Might be a bigger one out there. back to that hand where we had top set of queens. And we actually have bigger diamonds too. So we had a redraw. So any diamond on the river, any queen, any 6, any 10, any king gives us a full house. We had quite a few outs too. Just turn the second nuts with a redraw. Money goes in, but he has to be somewhat concerned. I have ace jack, a bigger straight, but he's probably already looking at spades. Walk slow through the fire, like who gon' try us? Feeling the world go against us, so we put the world on our shoulders. I call for a gutter. All right, we're getting such a good price. King of hearts. Well, we picked up a backdoor. Now we can hit a red 7 or a red king. Be nice. I am going to call again, or do I raise? I think I'm gonna raise here. Bluff. I've been at it with my homies, it don't matter, you don't know me. I've been rolling with my team, we the illest on the scene. Or just take it down now with my bluff. I've been riding around the city with my we just posted getting crazy, living like this is so amazing. Hold up, take a step back when we roll up, cause I know what we've been loyal, we've been fan, we the ones you We're open-ended. Let's see. Alright. We're coming along. 2 hearts. Put a 2 hearts on the turn, please. Alright, now we want a 2 hearts or a 10 of diamonds. Maybe. There's a lot of action. Diamonds, then we have to fold our second straight. Alright, and we can bluff clubs, I guess. 2 hearts, 10 of diamonds, bluff clubs, fold the rest. And 10. We have the 9 blocker. I don't think it's time. I think I'm just gonna do a 1-hour video here, which means we've got 27 minutes left. And then I'll wrap it up. Upload it to YouTube, just small stuff. I could stream on Twitch, and I know that's what they're all about here. But I like streaming. I just don't really chat. That flush draw. Here, how about this? What I did for a lot of these songs is... Ow. Okay, good game. Like, you're talking as if you didn't think the money was going to go in. Like, the money was always going in, buddy. But yeah, for a lot of these songs, I found all the remixes. So, like, there's Riders on the Storm, but like an EDM techno spin on it. Come on, have a king one time. King one. Ace high calls. Coming from someone with $5. Hard to play these stakes. I don't usually play low, but for Omaha, I figured I just want to chill right now. See if I can just rack up a couple buy-ins and 30 PLO. Top 2 pair. Backdoor diamonds. You'd go running straight drop. don't believe he has a lot of 2s, unless it was 10-2, which would suck, because he's in such bad. A bad hand. We will be opening it. We got the nut flush draw. A gutter. Nut flush draw. Gutter to the nuts. So clubs would be. We have a jack, so we block combos of a jack. Seven. Riders on. Oh, I don't even have my live 4. I guess I could have done that for you. Alright. Yeah, like right. Nope. Right there. Right there. That's where I have the counter for live 4. You've been live for an hour. I think it's in red. I didn't even put that on. It's been a while. Usually I have that running. So we have been running for 37 minutes. Maybe I'll only do like a 40-minute video. Omaha action. It's been a very boring game. Like, what have we had? 3 hands? Really? Bring it up. Then we'll scroll through here. I'll, like, literally, we've only had like 2-3 key hands. So we lost with aces. Lost with top set. Aces versus king and top set versus the draw when we have a redraw. So we're not actually running as good as we could. We could hold. Yeah. Yeah. I haven't really played any big pots. More limping. You guys just fucking love. Alright, I'm gonna overplay my hand. It's a shit hand. Let's flop a set of 6s. 6, 2, 3. Got the 3. Boom! Check. The picture that's up there right now, in the pink shirt in the background, it's a little distorted. I had to like make it fit that exact. It's like 5. What is it? 570 by 321. To write down the exact size of like the pixels that you need. Put it in that perfect space. Learn a few things about OBS. Alright, not a bad hand. We have some connected cards for straights. We got 1 suit flush. I think I'm gonna raise. You took all that time to limp? Good. Alright. Well, you got a gutter ball to the nuts. 8 of diamonds. Ooh, he snapped checks, which means he had high cards. You're most likely to have this. That's not a good card for us. That's troublesome, because he could have ace king or king queen. He bets big, which is kind of stupid because it's like you have a set. Yeah, I guess if you have king king. Just aces, so you didn't bet. It's a good flop to bet, I guess. Good turn, sort of. I don't know. Very weird. Yeah, make a bad fold. I don't know. We have top pair. Three-handed. Checking the backdoor diamonds. We get a 6. Let's see. We like 6s. We like diamonds, and we like 4s. Not so much the 8. And Jack gets there. 8. We may have the best hand now. I don't know. See if they both check. Red line. Ooh, that's my favorite. Torque. Torque's been in Winnipeg for a couple years now. 3 years. Local brewery. Doing very well. Love them. There's their 4 core beers. That red line. 2 pair. And we'll take a shot. Here, we'll limp. Small blind versus big blind. 4, 8, 10, 6. 1 suit. At all. East. Can't even turn. Can't even turn a gutter. Can't even turn a flush draw. We could turn a gutter. Like a 6 of spades and revert a 7. Oh, I have the 6 of spades in my hand. Alright, you're sitting out. We'll just take it down. Thank you. Heads up. Maybe we can get something going here. Play some more hands. Check back our king, because there's a lot of flush draws. A lot of things that check back. A little bit small on the turn. Top pair, we like 6s. 6s give us the straight. For that one. Diamonds. Why he doesn't bet? I don't know. You waiting for me to bet? Like you lost value, buddy. Maybe I'll wrap it up in 3 minutes. Really big file. So I had the King 10 Jack 9 with no draws other than 8 ball pocket. He had the King Queen. Fell for it. Alright, the 1, 2, 3, 4, we got wheel draws. Wheels! Those of you that don't know, the wheel means 2, 3, 4, 5. Lowest of straights. Not bad, we got 2 pair. A gutter ball. Please take longer. Thank you. These $1 decisions, full time bank. Alright. Oh, no one wants to play me. It's unfortunate. So the game breaks. Alright, well, since the game broke, I think we are going to call it. Not too many interesting hands. If I pull this over, we can go to... This is our replay. These are all... Yeah, literally every hand. How many hands do we play? Does it say how many hands? Doesn't really say. We did not win much, but for 45 minutes, whatever. It's fun. Alright, well that's it then. I'm going to leave that out of the way. I'll even show you my desktop here. This out of the way. But yeah, that's a wrap, guys. We'll we'll wrap it up there. Back. So yeah, just a little 45-minute pot Limit Omaha video. Messing around, but you can see there's a lot more combinations of hands, and you have to think things through, not overplay your hand. Use blockers relentlessly for some bluffs, like I did. I think I had 2 bluffs in here. But talk your way through the hands is the biggest thing. What can I have? What do I have? And what does he have? I'm always not really concerned with what I have. I know what I have, but it's really, what does your opponent have? Like, and how would they play their hand? I kind of put them on a hand and a range, more specifically a range, then I know what I'm supposed to do. When I'm supposed to bet, when I'm supposed to shut down because they're way too strong, when you can basically just barrel and take it. So always be thinking about your opponent's range and hand more than your own for the most part. Especially live. It's yeah. Always be thinking about your opponent's range, how the board connects, kind of how I think playing. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed the next one.